Raghuram Rajan said some things about the Indian economy in an interview with Bloomberg which got everyone talking. Let's break these down one by one. For one, he said that India believing in the hype around its strong economic growth would be the greatest mistake. The former RBI governor thinks that there are significant structural problems that need to be fixed for India to actually meet its potential. We've got so many more years of hard work to do to ensure the hype is real. Believing the hype is something politicians want because they want you to think that we have arrived, he says. Dr. Rajan said that the biggest challenge a new government must grapple with after the elections is to improve the skills and education of the workforce, because without fixing that, India will struggle to reap the benefits of our young population. For context, over half of India's population is under the age of 30. Second, he dismissed Prime Minister Modi's ambition to make India a developed country by 2047. Rajan says that talking about a Viksit Bharat goal is nonsense when so many kids don't have high school education and that dropout rates are high. We have a growing workforce, but it's a dividend only if they are employed in good jobs, he says. He also cited studies showing a drop in the learning ability of Indian school children and that literacy rates in India are below other Asian peers. The third thing he spoke about was the recent optimism on India's economic prospects. Raghuram Rajan says that India needs to do a lot more work to get to the 8% growth target on a sustainable basis. This at a time when foreign investors are flocking to India to take advantage of its rapid expansion. The fourth point he said is that policy choices by Prime Minister Modi's government to spend more on, say, subsidies for chip manufacturing rather than annual budgets for higher education were misguided. He says we've become more fixated on prestige projects like chip manufacturing while leaving the underpinning that will contribute to a sustainable chip manufacturing industry. Basically, Dr. Rajan believes that India should focus on employment and education rather than the developed country dream. Dr. Rajan's comments set off a big debate on social media, while some cited reports showing that 82.9% of unemployed population are youth and that India's labour workforce participation is lower than the global average. Others pointed to India's blowout GDP growth and the fact that it's not just Indians but even foreign investors who are bullish on India's growth story. Some agreed with the point that education requires a greater focus, while others said that comparing education budget to manufacturing subsidies was like comparing apples and oranges, and that manufacturing would propel the Indian economy forward. Dr. Rajan's comments have garnered attention, especially considering India is heading for general elections.